Hey everybody, it's episode 6 of season 3 of Black Sails. When last we left it on several cliffhangers. Jack is walking back into a noose. He's walking back into town, but he doesn't have the gold, or not the gold, the money, the pearls that they exchanged the gold for. Anna's taking care of that. She's holding on to it while he goes in and signs pardons. Little does he know that his head is on a chopping block and everybody's out for him. And the second they see him, he'll be held with a sword or the pearls. So that's going to be a drama. I'm not sure what Max could do from her position. She sort of traded in her position for, to maintain the status, her position, and to smooth everything over. Also, the only reason they know about all this is because of the Spanish spy who came out to them last episode. She was like, I've been overhearing stuff and there's problems. The Spanish want all their gold back, and yeah, they've heard about Max's share. And they also know exactly how much is there and how much isn't. So that's how they found out about, the other part. I presume they'll know that Jack and Anne have it. I presume Eleanor will clue them in on that. But anyway, that's not the only thing that's going on. Flint talked his way out of getting all his crew executed. That's how you phrase that. He's going to join forces with Scott's wife and everybody there. And they're going to wage war on Nassau with the help of... Flint wants to find Charles Vane, who is currently with Teach and having doubts about his... whether he's done with the Nassau or if he's ever going to think about it again, and if he's just going to live the pirate life with Teach. I suspect not. I suspect he'll be drawn back into this brewing battle. Now, so far, battles haven't been... the British took Nassau without a shot being fired. So, we'll see what happens to switch that again, or maybe not. I think that's pretty much everybody. I'm just excited to get into it. See what happens. See who talks themselves out of what, and who doesn't. Oh, some sort of ritual? Are we saying goodbye to Scott? It's a funeral. Okay. He's still alive.
Wait, is he?
Who, Flint? Oh, Silver.
It'll pass. It's just a fever from the wound.
We might have to... Is there anything you can give him for that? So he stayed behind, but everybody else is going off to find help.
I understood a war meant to antagonise England, to frighten them, to prevent them from moving against Nassau. But that isn't what we're talking about anymore, is it?
No, we're talking about actually...
Now you're talking about a war meant to be won.
Yeah, head on.
You convinced them. Even Silver.
But not you. Everyone's wrong but you.
Maybe.
Now that Silver's not there, Billy's stepping up into that role to challenge the captain.
Ocracoke Island. Teacher's lair. He's there.
They're going straight for Teach.
Which I'm going to ask him for something that he can't possibly give.
Charles Vane.
A few hours' time.
His
There's a
support.
good chance you're going to look awfully smart.
There's something to look forward to, Billy. He's still looking wistful. He's looking past everything. Into his past, into his future.
So, when are you going to tell me?
Tell you what?
What he's doing here.
Who, Charles?
I remember when he had forced you from Nassau. And I remember you telling me that you'd never make the same mistake again.
Things are different now.
Different how?
Doesn't need to last long.
What?
A little Spanish shrapnel. Once in a while it migrates. Closer
To his heart?
reaching its terminus and striking its chime.
Okay, he feels his days are
Grim
numbered.
little timepiece.
Can we just take it out?
Charles doesn't know, does he?
It's Flint. Come to parley.
Welcome to Ocracoke.
Okay, civil.
How does an honest chambermaid end up in the employ of the Spanish Empire?
A few days after I declined their offer, I came home late from the governor's service.
Don't tell me they killed her
My
children.
children were not alone.
Threaten them?
Was there,
Oh,
waiting.
that explains everything.
I cannot imagine what they will do if the cash is not returned home.
I had the instinct once or twice. The way she'd been watching me of late.
And the way she was doing
Dismissed
that
it.
all the time.
But if we cannot find Jack Rackham and Anne Bonny, if we can't find the cash in their possession, whatever happens to Nassau, you and I are likely finished.
They know where the cash is. And here's Jack right now. Got any of those pardons hanging around?
Pardon me, gentlemen, if you don't mind me asking, where
Pardon
is
me.
this wagon headed?
It's funny.
To the fort. To do what exactly?
To fix it. Whole gang of us up there. Governor wants it shipshape by the end of the month. Suppose that fort's not going to rebuild itself.
Yeah, remember when that was your job, Jack, to rebuild the fort?
Well, what do you think?
You look like a proper gentleman.
Aside from the tit curtains.
It's called a cravat.
I wonder if she does like him. I've been joking about it for a while, but maybe she does.
What the fuck are you doing here?
Gonna, you know?
Thought as an added prize, at least be able to see it for myself. The new governor, up to his ears in the very same bullshit in which I've been drowning for the past few months.
Yeah.
And what do I find? Industry is in fashion. You're dressed like a Turkish whore, all because a man arrived.
You're angry. I'm confounded.
He's won them.
It's a completely different situation.
How can that be?
The weight of an empire behind it.
Next man, please.
My name is Jack.
Your legal name.
John Rackham.
Just wait here for a second. I got to, inform some people.
What?
It's him!
My Lord Governor would like a word with you.
I don't understand is why you choose to suffer in the first place. You must have access to better medicines than that. We've got access to better medicines than that.
This has nothing to do with medicine.
Medicine.
I cannot look weak.
It's pride.
Not in front of my men, not in front of your men, not at all.
The crown is always a burden, but it cannot be borne if you cannot stand.
Good speech. I think that's convincing.
Either you are unkillable, friend,
Maybe
or way overdue.
both.
I intend to gather forces and move to reclaim Nassau. We will harass his ships, we will plunder his supplies, we will force him to bleed capital and support under the fleet to bear
Teach isn't
and retake the bay.
convinced.
Oaths were taken, and I have come to see them honored.
Do you honestly believe that I would just step aside?
Are they gonna have a
and let you
fight?
make that clear?
Dust up?
I honestly don't give a shit what you would or would not do. The decision isn't yours. It's his.
Oh, it's all on Charles.
If you stand up and acknowledge it, this fleet will follow us, I'm certain of it.
You weren't there.
Had I been there, we would have mounted the defense that we'd agreed to mount.
Had you been there,
They
you
might
would
have
seen
died.
it. The ones who laid their arms down and turned their backs on us. Nassau is dead.
If you wish to leave this place, I'll allow it. Although somehow, I don't think you have any intention of leaving.
No, I don't.
Throw down.
So we have one fleet and 2 men claiming it. There's only one way I know of to resolve that. Pistols, then swords.
Okay. How about rock, paper, scissors?
It's a pleasure to finally meet you. Give us the room.
So,
Thank you.
it's great meeting you. We would like all that money you took.
I know you. Some. I read your book.
Did you?
Most of it. confess I may not quite have soldiered through to the end, but you know, I got the gist of it.
Tough read.
People seem to have liked it fine, and it seems to have done wonders for you.
You should do YouTube reviews of books.
I know you removed a significant amount of gold from the fort, and I need you to give it up, or we're all dead.
We'll have to. We lost half of it in the ocean. How do they know exactly how much was in that fort and exactly how much got taken? You know? Could still be on the beach or...
You can't win. I hear you spent weeks becalmed, deprived of food and water. At your best, it would have been a dogfight, but diminished.
I'm not that diminished.
You know who this guy is?
Make yourself to certain death for an island full of weaklings and ingrates.
Those men will go where they are led.
What I owe him?
I don't care. They took my home. I can't walk away from that. Can you? Is this?
He's appealing to his... At the core of Charles Vane, is he somebody who's willing to let this slide?
Yes.
No is the answer.
They do. How do you know they know?
Spy McGee. This is pretty civil, I like this.
I understand why you did it.
Could we go to a casino?
For I assure you, if Spain invades over this,
double it?
Yours will be the first face they see.
Civil but still threatening.
Instructions written in his hand to his partner to return to Nassau and surrender the cash. Give this to Lieutenant Hersey.
Is it going to be coded in any way, or
I'll pass some details momentarily.
Is it genuine?
I understand Jack was arrested today.
Yeah.
I would like to know why.
You know.
I think part of the reason I've been able to stand by his side is that I wanted to make sure I've got a good view of the moment the world finally catches up to him.
He wants to be there when he dies. I get it.
The parties have agreed to combat and have accepted common
I'm
practice.
gonna die. I don't see
Parties
that
have further
happening.
agreed. There will be no quarter asked.
Only Charles can stop it, but they've built up Blackbeard. It feels weird to just have him be killed here. It's weird for Flint to be killed too. Let's see what happens.
From this moment, there's to be no movement until a count of 3.
Now, is it on 3 or is it?
3.
Well, we go on 3.
3 on 3.
1, 2, and 3. Yeah. Okay.
3!
Careful, he's a pirate. Maybe it'll shoot the shrapnel out of his shoulder. Oop. Sword time? Flint is hesitant at fighting a weakened man. See how weak he is? Ooh, we got him. He got him good. It's gonna sting in the morning. Ooh. Vane stepped in. He made a choice. It's over. It's over.
Take him. Get the fuck off my beach.
I'm glad they didn't kill one of them off. Because they're both such big characters. Be ashamed to just lose them. And Charles was the one who stepped in. You should bite down on this.
If you won't take the opium, at least take this to bite down on.
Just do it.
I'd be biting. Next scene. Don't know. I like that she's here with him. Well, even in more ways than one.
Burden I wasn't prepared for. It isn't the man. It's him.
Flint.
He is a burden. You never know what way he's gonna
What he wants.
jump.
What he needs. What he fears. The depths of it.
He's a force of nature.
I serve the crew best by tempering him.
Does the guy coming to deliver a message to Anne? Does the message say, take the money and run?
When Anne receives your letter and returns here with what remains of the cash, Nassau will be secured.
I'll have spared Nassau, and you think the story of it will be told long after I am gone.
I know it will.
Yeah.
I will make sure of it.
Current story unfolds, I assure you, is going to get around all on its own.
What does that mean?
Yeah, you should see the letter I wrote.
Jack, what did you do?
It's just a little wrinkle, a little complication.
Send word to Anne to take the cash and disappear.
That's what I said.
I will deny him the cash, no matter what sort of inducements he offers or pain he inflicts.
Yeah, that dude. Yeah. Should have had the sword out already.
Do not do this.
It's already
It's done.
It's done.
Eventually, Spain will raise this place to the ground, and a second pirate republic will be born. Only this time, every man who calls at home will know it came about because of me.
Just wants to make a name for himself. Make that an interesting book, you know? He's not interested in being the guy who appeased the other guy.
Their relationship is so volatile, and we have put our lives in their hands.
They are of great value to us. But they must be managed by us to avoid that outcome.
That's your job now.
The villain makes the story. So to manage our current partners, we must ensure that we all agree at all times who our common villain is.
The dude who wrote the book? Got it. He's just trying to make his way in the world. He was polite to everybody. Everything goes to shit.
The militia will help. It will keep the pressure on, and perhaps we'll get lucky. But if we don't, then you may have to be prepared.
Oh, I'm prepared to do anything. Anne Bonny must be found.
She just has to take off her hat.
The cash
cut her hair a bit.
Must be found.
Get some glasses.
Right now, that is all that matters.
Yes, Jack and Anne were my partners. I have sacrificed too much to build something here. I will not let them take it away.
Remember that speech that Eleanor gave you in season 1, Max? The exact same one? When you were trying to get her to go away with you on the boat? And Eleanor was like, give up all this stuff that I've built for myself? Who knows if Max really believes what she just said? Hey, buddy.
All he ever did was offer me his friendship.
He was very good to you.
Tell me I didn't do it for nothing.
We have assets. We have allies.
Do we have strength?
I may be able to help in that regard. Something to add to our pool of assets. Before Oak,
Bazooka?
we came upon a prize. A Spanish prize.
Oh, with all the...
Very wood. Money. Separated from the Urka gold within the fort and rendered into a new form.
Okay, they're all on
A
the same
cash
page
which,
now.
if used creatively, could be the key to defeating British forces in Nassau.
So we have to find Anne before they do.
Can we find it before he does?
This is like episode 1, where they're trying to find the schedule. Good. Good episode. Now we've got Anne at the center of everything. She's got the funds to make a difference in the world. And she's been chased by a bunch of dudes. The British scouring the island, looking for her. She can evade them. Well, we also have Flint and Vane, who've found out about it through the Spanish letters. And they're going to try and find her too, and convince her to use that portion of funds to aid their effort to take back Nassau. And where the Spanish come into all this, who knows? But everything's coming to a head. Scott and his daughter. She formed a nice little bond with Silver in this episode, and she noticed that the relationship that Silver and Flint have with each other is not as smooth. It's not smooth sailing. And Scott said that, you know, her role could be like to, I don't know, to help them stay on course. Like he was talking about focusing on one villain, and then it's panned to the books by Woodes Rogers. Blackbeard is still on that island, and he still has a fleet of ships, right? He only gave up. Did he only give up Charles, or did he give up more? I don't know. If he only had to give up Charles, it's an easy, it's not such a big blow to him. His story is still incomplete because he told his lady companion about the shrapnel that was slowly making its way towards his heart. And I feel like he needs Charles to be there to pass on his legacy to before he bites the bullet. So that storyline is kind of dangling at the moment, while this other stuff, this more important in the now stuff, is happening. And Jack arrives back and he sees the guys going to the fort to rebuild it. No slaves needed, no exorbitant amount of money to be paid. They're just, off to work. We're part of the British. We've signed our pardons. We're going to rebuild the fort. And Jack's thinking, 2 weeks ago I was offering you double and you were just, doing nothing, drinking it away, spending it on prostitutes, and didn't care about the fort at all. So he's kind of bitter about that. He was in charge, nothing was happening. It was a struggle, it was a constant turmoil. Now this new guy, Woods, comes in. Everything's just smooth sailing, no problems at all. So Jack's like, right, I'm going to mess this up. I have some power, I can use it. So he sends a secret message to Anne, as we knew he would. And Max is in a tricky situation because she has her friends in one hand and this truce, this steady life she traded her portion to make, possible. In the other. Eleanor is just there in this episode. She didn't do much. Her story, I feel, needs to intersect with Charles again at some point. But I'm excited to watch the next one and see if Anne can continue to dodge the chasing pack. Maybe find some friends along the way. Going to watch that right now. And I thank you for watching. And my brain just stopped working for a second. So thanks for watching this one. I'll see you in episode 7. And we'll see what else happens. See where the story goes from here. See ya.